Hello, everyone, and welcome to the program Talk Sport here on Global Television. I am Samuel Odi. Many thanks for joining on today's edition of the program. As we're here to discuss sports, to talk about a whole lot happening in the world of sport locally and also internationally, because we saw actions of the UEFA Champions League. On Wednesday, we saw Europa Cup action, and also we're bringing the highlights, all of the amazing goals that were scored in all of the 18 matches that were played on Wednesday night. We'll also be bringing you highlights of the games that were played in the NBA, as well as scratching the surface of the Nigerian Professional Football League and the actions. Teams getting into relegations, teams like Kano Pillars after the actions we saw yesterday. So today we'll be bringing you more and more updates around the conversations around the world of sports. And quickly we'll also talk about transfer windows, as Terry Murphy has moved to the Portuguese league, talking about Porto FC, and also we also saw another Nigerian Hafiz who has also completed the move to the Scottish league as well. So we'll be talking all of that. We'll be talking Nasarawa United as they are looking to bolster their squad ahead of the second half of the competition. We'll also be talking CAF Champions League, as we'll be seeing Rivers United taking on Power Dynamos from Zimbabwe at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium for the second leg of the match between Rivers United and Power Dynamos, as they settled for a draw last week over there in Zimbabwe. The Rivers United held them to a draw. So now we're playing the second leg here in Uyo at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium. Rivers United are currently the league leaders of the MPFL with 41 points after 21 games being played. A couple of other teams have played 23 games each. Rivers United still have 2 games in hand, and that has given them an advantage. They still have an advantage. Currently, they are leading the second placed followers of the medal of the title race table with 2 points, and they still have 2 more games in hand to play. So I think they have a very good and great advantage. So moving on now, we'll be starting for the home front as always, though we are just starting with a very palatable story, given the fact that one of the Nigerian Super Eagles player, Samuel Chukwueze, lost his mom, and that's very yesterday, and that's so devastating to the entire sporting ecosystem here in Nigeria. Let me quickly bring you up to speed. President Bola Tinubu, NFF, NSC, that's talking about the Nigerian Football Federation and the National Sports Commission, condoles with Chukwueze on his mother's death. President Bola Tinubu, alongside Nigerian Football Federation and the National Sports Commission, has expressed its deepest sympathies to Super Eagles forward Samuel Chukwueze following the passing of his mother, Mrs. Sarah Chukwueze. In a statement released by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, the President extended his heartfelt condolences to the families and friends of the deceased who passed away yesterday. The President described the loss as a significant blow, especially coming at a time when the Nigerian football community is already reeling from a similar tragedy involving another national star, talking about Wilfred Ndidi, who lost his father just this week. It's just so sad to see. Last year, Stanley Nwabali lost both parents. This year, we've seen Wilfred Ndidi losing his dad, and now, in the same week, Samuel Chukwueze losing his mom. I just hope that he's fine, and I will pray that God grants the mother a rest in peace. We hope she finds peace internally. So that's just so sad, but cheering you up and bringing you spirit back alive, I have some good news still. Handball, Nigerian edge Guinea to keep World Cup hopes alive. Nigerian senior men's handball team, the Golden Arrows, kept their 2027 IHF Men's World Championship dream alive with a nerve-30 28 victory over Guinea in the Thursday's 5th to 8th place semi-finals at the 27th Men's Handball Championship in Kigali. Rwanda. The playoffs encounter, which determines Africa's fifth representative at the next year's World Championship in Germany, saw the Golden Arrows demonstrate remarkable resilience after being reduced to 6 men in the first half following Farouk Yusuf's red card dismissal. Playing a man down for the bulk of the contest, Nigeria still managed to establish a 16-14 advantage at halftime and held their nerve after the restart to repel Gidi's spirit comeback attempt. Aziz Suleiman emerged as the hero with 8 goals that earned him the Most Valuable Player award, while John Shangari matched his tally to lead Nigeria's offensive charge. The victory set up a win-takes-all fifth-place decider against Angola, who defeated Morocco 27-20 in the other playoff semi-finals. In a win in Sunday's showdown would mark Nigeria's return to the global stage for the first time since their last World Championship appearance in 1998, a 27-year absence that have haunted Nigerian handball, and then they're looking to, do something different and advance further in the competition coming up. So congratulations to the handball team, the Green Arrows, the Golden Arrows, as they have moved past Guinea, and then they'll be having another actions later this weekend, and we're hoping and cheering for them. If you're in Nigeria, in Kigali, Rwanda, kindly make yourself to the stadium and cheer this individual. So moving on now, let's come back home, away from our very quick trip to Kigali. Coming back home, we're discussing MPFL as Musa charges pillars in MPFL relegation battle. Looking at this, Kano Pillars forward, General Manager Ahmed Musa has sent a message of hope to the club's fan base as they continue their fight to escape relegation in the 2025-2026 Nigerian Premier Football League season. Musa scored the decisive goal as Kano Pillars boosted their survival hopes with a 1-0 win over Northwest rival Katsina United. It was a former Super Eagles captain's third goal of the season in 14 appearances, and it proved enough to secure the club's 8-point win of the campaign after 23 matches. Pillar have now won 3 of their last 5 games, but they remain rooted in the 18th place on the MPFL table, a position Musa believes they can still improve. Aside from their struggles on the pitch, the former MPFL champions have also endured off-field setbacks, suffering a 3-point and a 3-goal deduction following crowd disturbance during their clash with Shooting Stars Sporting Club in October 2025. The sanction also saw Pillars banished to Katsina by the league board, forcing them to play 5 home matches away from Kano. They also recently returned to their home ground, the Sani Abacha Stadium, and still have not been able to find rhythm yet to be able to keep going as hard as they are going. So we'll see how all of this will pan out, given the fact that they are very close to the relegation stands. So we'll still bring you what the AFL table is looking like. I always mention, after every game there will definitely be a change in the standings, so I'll bring you the updated version of the change in the standings of the MPFL after the actions we saw yesterday. Now still talking MPFL, why Wikitoris struggles in draw with Abia Warriors. This is coming from Abdullahi, the technical advisor. Abdullahi Maikaba has blamed fatigue for his team's performance in the 1-1 draw against Abia Warriors. The Bauchi Elephant rallied from a goal down through Tahid Abubakar to earn a share of the spoilers at the Umahiya Township Stadium. Chukwemeka Obioma opened the scoring for Abia Warriors. Makiba commended his players for their determination in securing a point in the game. Wikitoris moved to 13th position with 27 points from 23 games as well. So looking at this now, they are still pushing, to gain more points and do some corrections. Still talking MPFL, Suleiman gives reason for Kwara United poor performance, still coming from the decks of Kwara United. Technical advisor Ashifat Suleiman has attributed the team's struggles to a loss of form and the departure of key players. The Harmony Boys are without a win in the second stanza so far. Kwara United suffered a 1-0 defeat to Kun Khalifat in the March Day 23 encounter in Owerri, as they also struggled. So let's look at the standings quickly and look at what the table is looking like after the actions we saw yesterday in the NPFL. We can see that Rivers United, after 21 games being played, they are still leading the standings with 41 points. Nasarawa United with 39 points. Ikorodu City with 38 points. Abia Warriors have dropped to the 4th position from the 2nd to 38th position. Enugu Rangers now in top 5 with 36 points. Shooting Stars with 37 points. Niger Tornadoes dropped to the 7th position from the top 4 to 7th position with 33 points. Bendel Insurance with 33 points. Warri Wolves with 33 points as well. And then El Kelemi Warriors have leveled up to the top 10 now with 31 points. And then from the second, from the other part of the standing now, we're looking at teams with in the 11th position for the other teams, for the other standings. That we have other teams that are following behind. We are looking at the like of Rivers United, obviously leading. Kano Pillars are also part of the teams in the second half of the standings, as we'll be bringing it up to you now. So we are looking at the second half of the standings. Katsina United with 30 points after 23 games. Ayimba of Aba with 28 points. Bayelsa United, 28. Wiki Tourist, 27 points after securing a draw away from home. Barra FC with 27 points. Plateau United with 27 points. Remo Stars with 26 points. Kano Pillars, Kwara United and Kun Khalifa, these are the teams currently in the relegation zone, and there is a high chance that the current champions of the NPFL will be joining them there very soon. If Kano Pillars get to win her next match, automatically they are moving to the 28th position. They'll be having 28 points, and which can automatically take them to the 13th or 14th position. And then Kun Khalifat also is a team that is struggling and coming up. So this is their first time playing in the NPFL. This is the first time they got promoted from the NNL, and then I'm certain at the time they will gain more experience and understand the dynamics, and then get some more investors and more star players to their squad, strengthen their depth, the depth of the team. We might do much better than what we are seeing right now. But so far Kun Khalifat has actually been doing well, but we will see how all of this pans out for them. There'll be more actions that will be coming up this weekend too. So moving away from NPFL, let's move and talk CAF Champions League quickly. Power Dynamos storms Uyo for Rivers United clash. Power Dynamos have arrived Uyo for their CAF Champions League encounter against Rivers United. The contingents were received on arrival at the Victor Atta International Airport by officials of Rivers United and Akwa Ibom State Football Association. Sunday's encounter will hold at the Gospel Akpabio International Stadium Uyo, where Power Dynamos will have a feel of the ground on Saturday. The Kerrade-based side were held to a goalless draw by Rivers United in March Day 3 encounter last weekend, and then they are looking to change that narrative to see if they can get a win away from home. But Rivers United, you're on home soil. The likes of other individuals are on the home soil, and they are looking to, change the narrative and win this matchup. So we'll be hoping and expecting to see that win from them. So quickly, let's move on and talk transfers quickly. Porto Nice have agreed on Murphy's deal, which is very interesting. Terry Murphy is set to join Porto on loan after the Portuguese club reached an agreement with Nice for the Nigerian forward. The deal, which includes a non-mandatory option to buy worth around £80 million, pounds brings an end to the difficult spell in France for the 26-year-old. Murphy is expected to travel to Porto to complete a medical and finalize the move, with transfer insiders confirming that the agreement is in place. Porto fought off competition from several clubs, including Turkish side Brackets, which had offered Murphy a more lucrative salary. There was also interest from teams in France and other Scottish clubs. The Super Eagles striker chose Porto because of the sporting project and opportunities to work under coach Francisco Falare, who knows him from their time in League One. Murphy has not yet played for Nice since November the 30th, following a defeat to Loretta that was overshadowed by a serious incident when players were confronted by supporters after the match. He was subsequently removed from the first team picture and had to take the club to a French judicial commission to force them to allow his departure. The striker managed just 2 goals in 10 league appearances this season, a sharp drop from his first campaign when he finished as Nice's top scorer with 11 goals. So his head is no longer there. They all had their fallout, and then moving was the best thing, and he decided to go work with his former coach. And you might be wondering what led to all of this. Loretta, where he played before, came to play in Nice, and they lost to the club. And then him and his other teammates went to say hello to his former teammates, and then the supporters attacked them. The club did nothing about it, no sanctions, no punishment. And then they were like, okay, we don't feel safe here. He complained about it, boom, they took his picture out of the first team. So it shows that, okay, Mr. Murphy, the door is open for you if you would want to leave, but still they didn't want to let him leave. He had to take them to court before finalizing this deal with Porto. Well, in the long run, it's a loan move, and then there's an option to buy, and there's also, he's also attracting other clubs from Europe and also the Turkish league. So we will see how all of this pans out for him, and we pray he has a very good spell in Porto. So moving on now, so we're talking transfer. Nigerian midfielder joins a Scottish club, Aberdeen. Scottish Premier Club Aberdeen have completed the signing of Hafiz Ademo from German side FC. The former Nigerian youth international joins the Dons until 2028. Hafiz is Andrea's 5th signing of January transfer window. The 26-year-old spent 3 years with Kulustan, making 25 league appearances. The midfielder has also played in Germany for St. Polio. Hafiz started his professional career in Norway with IK Start, and again, his trajectory of his football career has been moving to a very, very good path. So looking at it now, is interesting to see that Nigerian players are making waves on the global stage, and we're expecting to see them, level up and play in the best clubs in the world, big clubs as well in the world. Portugal proposed World Cup friendly against the Super Eagles. That's our next story. Portugal are looking to face the Super Eagles of Nigeria in a friendly match ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The date for the friendly has been fixed for June the 6th, with venues likely to be in the Portuguese capital, Lisbon. The Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, and Portugal counterparts are expected to finalize the details of the friendly soon. The Super Eagles caught the eye with their impressive performance at the 2025 African Cup of All Nations. Portugal defeated Nigeria 4-0, the last time both countries met in a friendly in November 2022. Manchester United star Bruno Fernandes, as well as Gaston Ramos and Joao Mario, were on target for the former European champions in the game. So, like I told you guys earlier, that teams in Europe would be coming to ask for friendly matches with African teams, and look at it, it's happening already. Portugal is coming. They need a strong team like the Super Eagles to be able to help them prepare ahead of the World Cup that will be World Cup 2026. You see, we have the likes of Senegalese team. We have also the Moroccan team, and also the Algerian team and the Egyptian team. All of these teams are very, very strong teams that this European countries would want to play friendly matches with to get themselves prepared ahead of other the matches that will be coming up in the World Cup. So I'm not surprised to see this. I just hope that the entire squad will be available so as we'll have a beautiful friendly match to watch on June the 6th. So moving on now let's move to European football, as 12 teams have been officially eliminated from the competition. The 12 teams that are eliminated from the season's European League are confirmed. This follows the conclusion of the group phase on last night, where there are Young Boys, Stand Gozem, Fazum, Go Eagles, Feyenoord, Basel, and RB Leipzig. Others include Malki, Tel Aviv, Malmö, Utrecht, Nice, and Rangers. Bayern edged Young Boys to the final playoff spot for the knockouts on goal difference. These are the clubs that finished between the 25th and the 36th on the log. They will also not play in another European competition as the rules have changed. So quickly now, let me bring you the highlights of the match goals that were scored in the UEFA Champions League that we saw, the final playoffs that we saw. So let me bring you those highlights of those UEFA Champions League goals that were scored, in beautiful goals that were scored by different players. We'll bring you that highlights before we come back and have other conversations around basketball and Nasarawa United as they're gearing up to see how they can have overthrown Rivers United in the next matchup and contend properly for the Nigeria Professional Football League title. So here